Hey guys, welcome back. I am working on the advent calendar still. I'm still getting through some of the days, and one of the ones that I haven't created with yet is the lemonade, and immediately I thought pink lemonade. So I went to my Concord and 9th cardstock and actually pulled pink lemonade and Buttercup. I pulled the ink and the pink sequins that came in the advent calendar as well. So to begin, this card is heavily inspired by a card that I did a little while ago when I bought this from Concord and 9th. I'm going to be using the dots and the dots out of this stencil pack. It's called the Dots and Blossoms. So let me take this out. And I'm going to do a tone on tone here. First, let me go ahead and grab some tape so I can secure my cardstock down on the glass mat there. Okay, and then just place this down and secure this as well. I'm going to be using just an inexpensive brush from an Amazon pack, and I'm just going to lather up my brush here. I'm kind of running out of this pink lemonade. Need to buy a refill, and I'm going to just come in and add the pink lemonade on top of the cardstock, and you can already see that it's kind of changing. It's much darker there than it is there. It'll be subtle, but a nice backdrop for our lemonade glass. Definitely going in a different order. Usually with my die cuts, I want to cut this out first and put my little character or piece together, and then I work on the panel and the card base, but let's just go ahead and change things up. It's a new year. We don't want to get bored. So changing the routine is definitely nice to do sometimes. Okay, let's look here. Let's see. I'm kind of staying away from this area because I'm going to cut this down. Let's just go over it one more time with a heavy hand, just to make sure those polka dots are going to stand out. So let's reveal here. And this is just the very low tack tape. And then you can see the little polka dots. It's so cute. Okay. So I'm going to set this stuff off to the side because I can use it again because it's repositionable. And I ordered this from Scrapbook.com and I love this stuff. Okay, so let's move this aside as well. And now I want to cut it down. So this is going to be our panel basically. And I've got these arch dies here, and these are inexpensive from Amazon as well. They were all connected, so you have to have those little snippet tools to kind of help separate them. I think, let's see what this size is. I think that will do. I think that's the size. Okay, so I pulled my mini, but for this, I'm going to have to use my Spellbinders. So let me secure this down. And I'm going to keep the tape on the outside because this is cardstock I'm not going to use, and just in case it, it still can rip even though it's a low tack. So I want to protect my panel. So that's why I'm placing the tape on the outside there. And here we have our panel. And now I can remove the tape from our die and put that back. And let's go ahead, since we're already on this part, let's go ahead and make our card base. So here I have 110 pound cardstock. This is originally an 8.5 by 11, and I cut it in half for this card here. And I had a little bit of pink on the back. So let me go ahead and wash my hands and get a new piece of cardstock real quick, and then we'll get this cut down for our card base. Well, here is my new piece of cardstock for my card base. It is measuring at 8.5 by 5.5 because it was originally 8.5 by 11. So now we need to score this. What is half of 8.5? 4 1/4. And I'm not making a top folding card. So I am, what is this, like a hot dog? I'm not sure, I don't remember. But this is how I want the fold. Okay. All right, so I have my cutting mats here. Let's bring our arches back in, and I need to size up for our card base. So this was our panel, and let's see here. Well, let's see how this will look. Okay, so we have this margin here, if this is our panel and this is our card base. So that's a pretty good margin there. So I think I will cut it down using this size. It's just the second one down. And I need some tape. Now we've got our card size down. We've got our crease. Now I need to cut this down, but still have the fold. So all you do is line your die up along the edge. Let me take this down real quick so you can see. So everything is touching except this piece here, which is going to be our crease. And on the back side, I've just got a little overhang, and that is not going to cut, and that's what you want. So we still have a card. So I'm going to run this through twice because it's 110-pound cardstock. It's going to be a little tough for the die to press through 2 layers of 110-pound cardstock and get it cut through. So let's go ahead and just run it through once, and then I'll pull it back through. And this is a, tight fit initially. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to run it back through. And now we have an arch card base. And I've got to be careful with this tape because that is a part of our card front. Okay. Just trying to be gentle here, pulling that tape back so it doesn't snag the paper. Okay. And lift this up so you can see it. Now we've got the arch card base with the crease. So you can do this with any die, just make sure to leave that room for the crease. Okay, so now we've got our card base, our card panel, and now we need to make our little lemonade. This is gonna be so cute. So let me bring back in the yellow for the lemon, and then I pulled 80-pound cardstock for the glass, and I need to actually pull some more pink lemonade for the actual lemonade itself for the beverage. So let me grab that too, and then we'll start cutting these little pieces out. All right, so I've got pink lemonade. This is the beverage. So this area is going to be pink, and then our cup will be white. This is a detail on the cup, and then our straw, and then we'll cut out our lemon, and then I think the inner part of the lemon I'll cut out in white as well. Okay, so we've got our little pieces here. I'm going to bring in my liquid glue, and let's go ahead and just glue down the pink lemonade part. Let me go ahead and zoom in for you guys. Alrighty, so lining it up. Let's pick this up real quick and kind of shift it down. We just want a little bit of white space there. And then we've got this ring here, and then the straw. And I want the straw underneath part of this ring. And Just adding a little glue here and then using my precision tip to kind of spread that out. Okay. Now I'm going to place this down and then let's grab the straw and add glue just down to more towards the base. And let's slide this underneath. Well, I want it underneath one of them. So the bottom ring and something maybe like that. So you can see that, how the straw is going underneath the ring there. So now I'm going to press down and let everything glue down. Okay, and now we've got the lemon, and this is so stark white. I've got my brushes here. Let's just kind of see what's left on my brush and try to just add a little bit of color to this. Just a little yellow. Okay, let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think you can tell. I think we'll just leave it alone, because I feel like if I get a little more ink on my brush, it'll be too much yellow. Okay. Let's turn this around and just center this. How cute. It's just the little details. And now you have these cute little lemons in your collection. With spring coming up, this is perfect. Alrighty, so I'm going to put the lemon. I looked online to kind of see how this was put together in the lemon placement, and I like it on this outer corner with the slit of the lemon lining up with the rim of the glass. And I'm just going to hold that down so it can get adhered, because we've got uneven levels of paper there. Okay. How cute. So cute. Okay, I don't ever do this. Let's bring in a jelly roll pen and let's use some scrap paper to make sure that you always have to test these out before you add it to your cardstock. So let's just make a line and a dot. I kind of made my dot a little too close to the left. It's not lined up very well, but that's okay. And then almost touched it. Maybe just like 3 dots right here. Let's go over that line and dot again. I made the dot bigger so it's more aligned now. And that's cute. Don't exactly know what it means, but it adds a little detail and changes things up. I like the little accents. See there? So now that we've got our lemonade done, let's bring back in our card base and our panel. And I'm going to glue the panel directly on the card base. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot. We don't have the sentiment. Let me open this up and grab a magnet. And let's just go ahead and get this glued down. I want the sentiment at the bottom, on the white space. So let's hope that this is enough space. And then the sentiment down there. I don't think that's going to be enough room. Crud. Did I make the panel too big? I wonder if I did. Let me remove that, and I can always trim this back down a little bit. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna let this glue dry. Set this aside. I'm gonna let this glue dry, and once it dries, I'm gonna bring back in these layers, and I need to size it down a little bit because I didn't leave room for the stamp. And I'm using one of the stamps from the calendar as well. So let's see here. Let's see if this one, is that one the size down? Yeah, okay. So it's a little more dry, the glue, it's not sticky. So let me run this, will it fit through there? No, let me run this through my Spellbinders so we can scale this down a bit. Okay. Now let's bring back our card base. Move this stuff out of my way. Because now I've got kind of residue on my card base. What a bummer. I knew I would have glue residue on the card base, obviously, but I was hoping that it wouldn't be that bad. So I've got to cut this out again too. So let me do that off camera as well. I am going to cut this off and save this for scraps and things like that. So I'm not going to toss this entire 110-pound cardstock. But anyways, let me get that cut back out and let's finish this card. All right, new card base. And I really like this arch. It was left on my cutting plate from cutting the arch down. How cute is that? Right? And it still has the polka dots on it. Instead of using this, I really like that. So let's just play around with it and see if it's going to work. Let's add some sequins because I wanted to keep this pink theme here. Let me grab my jewel tool, and got a lot here. That's okay. Let's just see how we can position these. Looks like I have two small ones and a big one. So then where would our stamp go? I want to use Have a Sweet Day. So let's see here. I could move those and I could stamp this within. And I was originally just thinking about stamping it in black, but we could also do some embossing with maybe like a silver or a gold. All right, so say this is option 1. Let me zoom in so you can see a bit better again. So this is option 1, and we'll stamp it out. Or let's move this stuff away. The original plan here. And then Have a Sweet Day, line that up, and then we will have the sequins come in again, of course. So do we like all the pink or do we like more of the white? They're both really cute. Now, let's think about this. The cup is white, and without this panel being pink, it is white on white. It did still stand out quite a bit, but this does allow a lot more contrast with this pink polka dotted panel. Man, decisions. I really don't know. I don't know. We are just, well, I say that. I'm just going to stick with the original, and I really like this idea. But let's just go ahead and stick with the original. So we need to stamp this out. Let me get my mini Misty and line this up. Let's place the magnet on the white cardstock and then try to position this panel the best that I can, just to make this space here. Okay, I think that that is good. So let's go ahead and cling that. And now I can move the panel out of the way and reposition. Let's make sure that it is opening correctly. Okay, yes. Just want to make sure it's facing the right side there. And just going to use regular black ink here. Get this stamped up. I forgot to condition it. I was playing with them a little earlier, so maybe that helped because I was seeing a lot of little marbling. Yeah, we're gonna have to restamp it. And this is a dainty font, so just lightly pressing that down. Okay, perfect. Have a sweet day. That is so cute. Okay, so let's make this permanent again. If I can get the glue out. It's been a while since I used it, since I had to cut a new panel and base, cut down the base as well. Okay, just getting that all glued up. Let's bring in the tweezers to help with placement. Move that out of the way. Focusing on the sentiment, making sure my panel is center aligned within that sentiment, and then kind of giving everything else a look over, move it up a bit. Okay. I think that that is good. I think it's a little crooked. Okay. Now, I definitely want to give the lemonade some dimension with some pop dots. I'm going to use these from Dollar Tree. I like these because they're not too thick. The other ones I have from Hobby Lobby, they are very, very thick. Okay, so got 2 for the lemon, and I think let's just add another one in there for good measure. Crud. Just so nothing gets bent, so there's no divots, I just put them all over. So I'm going to remove these backers, and then we'll make this permanent. I really want to make that other card with that arch. I'm in love with that. I'm just contemplating, I would think if I go that route, if I made another card, I would want to use some embossing powder maybe. I just don't know if silver or gold would be the right choice. I love gold, but sometimes silver works really well with this lighter pink. Okay. And do we want this kind of playful and tilted? Yeah, let's say yes. Okay, all that's glued down. And now we've got to glue down these little embellishments before I start to lose them. Okay, so we are going to do that little trio up at the top. A small, a larger one, and then a small. And then we've got these 2 little small ones down here. And something like that. So let's start with this bigger one. And this is so cute. So cute. So glad I had this cardstock that matches these embellishments that were in the advent calendar. Okay, so have a sweet day. This is so summer. And ironically, I'm wearing Ugg boots right now and sweatpants because it is January and it is cold. All right, everyone, let me know what you think. Let me know if you liked this piece better. Should I have went this route, or is this just as cute? All right, everyone, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps my channel. Look at those embellishments in that light. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next card or craft. Happy crafting, everyone.